All right. Okay. So next important concept in the NumPy that we will discuss is what? It's indexing and slicing, right? Like how can we fetch or access a single value from a NumPy array, or basically how can we slice a smaller or a subset of an array from a given array, right? Like for example, let's see if I have been like say I had been a array over here, right? And in this array we have these many values are there. Right. Now just suppose if I want to fetch or I want to access any single value out of it. Okay, like see this is what I want to access. So I have to use the index. Okay, I have to use the index of the single value. Or suppose I want to access this particular value. So I have to use the index of this value. So indexing will be, kind of for defined like this. We have a row index that will starts from index 0. Then we have index 1. Then we have what? Index 2. Fair enough. And then here we have what again in the column section also index 0. Here we have index 1. Okay, and here we have what? Index 2. Fair enough. Now what happens if you want to fetch any single value, you need to see the position, the row position and the column position. Okay, let's see this one. So this one is having what? Row value, row index 0 and column index 0. So if this is an array A, right? So what we can do, array A, row index 0 and column index is also 0. Okay. So this can be easily accessible. Okay. Second, if I want this thing to be accessible, so what we will do, we'll use over here A, and then we have over here row index 2. Okay. And column index is what? 1. Okay. So we have row index 2. Okay, right? And column index 2. So rule is very simple. It's like we have in, suppose this is my array. Okay, to fetch any single value, we need row index. Okay, and then we have to pass over here column index. Okay, so when we use these two things, we can access any single value. That is called indexing. Now, what is slicing? Slicing means like we have to slice a subset. Okay, like for example, I want to slice these many things from here. Okay, or suppose I want to just slice any smaller part of an array. Right. So if I want to slice these many things from here, that means a subset I want. Okay, so what can I do? I can use over here array. Okay, the variable representing the array, right? Then we have the first row index, okay, row index, okay, then colon, and then how many number of rows I want. So that is what I have to do, row index plus number of steps, okay, number of rows, all right, comma, then I have to use column index, okay, colon, and then column index, okay, plus number of columns. Fair enough. Let's see. So now we have over here array. Okay. What is row index? We have a row index 1 because the first row it is there. Then I need 2 rows, right? So I have to use what according to rule 1 plus 2. That is 2 rows, right? Comma. Here column index is what? Again 1. The first index, this one is what? 1. Right? We have a 1. Then I need 2 columns. So we can use what? 1 plus 2. Okay. So it means I can just run the things 1 colon 3, right? 1 colon 3, comma 1 colon 3. Okay. So if I execute it, I will get this particular thing separated or accessible as a subset of the array. So this is called slicing. Okay. So let's see these things practically now. So I hope you have a fair idea like what is indexing and slicing. Okay. We'll get it more once we go to the practical implementations, right? So let's go to the coding part. Okay. So what we will do here, we'll try to understand the indexing and slicing. Okay. So for that, we have to create an array first. Let's say I'll create an array over here. Let's say array 1 is equals to np dot array. Okay. Let's say some values I'll define over here. Let's say I'll take the same thing. What I should do? It's like, okay, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 6, 3, 8, 9, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 9. Okay. So these are the things I did, right? Now what I do, I'll just execute this and print this guy. All right. So this is my array, right? Now let's see if I want then element, okay, access an element from, okay, first row or first row, which is called first row, which means index 0. Okay, first row is index 0. Always indexing starts from 0. Okay, and second column. Okay, which means what? Index 1. Okay, what it means, first row is what? This is your first row. All right, let me just show you over here. This is going to be your first row. Okay, but here index is 0. This guy will have index 1, this guy will have index 2. Okay, this will have index 0 column, index 2 column, sorry, index 1 column, okay, index 2, index 3, and index 4. Okay, so that's why first row I write index 0 and second column. Okay, so what should I execute over here? First row and second column. Okay, let's try to do it. Let me correct the spelling over here. Okay, I can print array 1, first row that is index 0, second column this is 1, right? So I'll get the value. Let's see which value I am getting. All right, so this is what I'm getting, 5. Okay, let's say if I want to access 8, right? So for 8, what I have to do? It is row 1, okay, print ARR1, it is row 1 and column number 2, right? So the value will be what? 8. Right? So this is how indexing works. Indexing can help us in accessing a single value from a given set of array. Okay. Next, try to understand slicing. So slicing is like subsetting. Okay. You can say what? Subsetting an array. Or you can say numpy array. Numpy array. Okay. So let's say I have an array given. Okay. So suppose if I want to fetch one part of it, like see, I want to create a subset like this. Okay, so what can I do over here? I can run over here print ARR1, right? So row number 1, how many rows I want? I want 2 rows. So 1 plus 2, it will become 3. This is a rule I told you, right? And next we can do what? Column number 2, and I want 3 columns. So 2 plus 3, it could be 5, right? Let's run it. Okay. So are we getting these things? 892,549. Okay. So we can just write it over here as a 3, and here I can write it as a 5. Okay. Fine. Now let's see, we'll take one more example over here. Print. Let's see, print. Okay, ARR1, right? Now let's see if I want something different. Okay, let's see, I want these many things. Okay, this is what I want, right? So it means what I want. I want over here from row number 0, okay, 3 rows I want. So 0 plus 3, it will be 3. And column number 0, 1, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, from index 2, I want 2 columns. So 2 column, 2 plus 2. Okay, initial column index is 2, right? Initial column index is what over here? Initial column index over here 0, 1, 2. Initial column index is 2. So from 2, I want 2 more columns. So that's a 2 plus 2. So it's like initial plus number of steps. Okay. All right. Now let's see if I want the last column. Okay. So last column. So last column I can access. How can I access it? Let's see. Print ARR1. Okay. Colon, comma, colon. Okay. So this will give me the complete data. Right. Last column. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is your fourth thing. Right. So I'll just use 4 over. Okay. So as I use 4 over here, what I'm getting 129. Why I'm getting 129? Because it is 129 we are having. But it is just in a single row, right? So if I want it to be in a column, I can use 4 column. All right. If you're accessing the last, you can also use reverse indexing, which is -1. Right? All right. Same way you want last row. Okay. So last row, what I can do? Print ARR1. Okay. Colon, comma, colon. This will give you your complete data, right? Here we can do what? Here we can just use, let's say 0, 1, 2, right? So I get a last row 3, 6, whatever it is, 5, 4, 9. The better way of doing it is what? Use colon so that we can get the output in 2 dimensions. Okay. So, and if you put this colon before 2, then what will happen? If you put this colon before 2, then you'll get all the values from 0 to, okay, from 0 to rows you are adding. So you are basically getting. So if you're not giving anything, by default here the value is 0. So from index 0, you are getting 2 more rows over here, right? Same rule for the column as well, right? Like for example, if you use over here, let's see, column number, let's say up to, see, here if I give over 3 columns, so 3 column will give me what? From index 3, okay, till end, okay? But if I will use over here colon 3, so it will give me what? From 0, 3 column, okay? So this is how slicing works. I hope you understood the things. Thank you everyone. You can, like in the next session, we will do what? We'll discuss the joining and splitting, okay? Array splitting, LS joining, these kind of things we are going to discuss in the next session. Thank you everyone.